is Tyler Shuler. Welcome to the 3229 Collective channel and our new series, Director to Director, with a special guest, Elan.
Thank you for having me, Tyler.
No problem, bro. This is actually the first episode with the director. We're just going to be talking about our experiences, anything funny that's happened on set, growing up with film, and just all of that.
I'm excited and honored to be the first one. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, what is your favorite movie? I know this has probably been this is like the most basic question, but what has been your favorite movie that's inspired you?
All right, so I have like a rotating list of like kind of like my favorite movies. Um, Up there, I would put Elan, which is this French movie from the '90s. Leon the Professional, Blade Runner, Goodfellas. I like a lot of like that crime drama, like gritty kind of shit, like darker stuff. Um, Yeah, no, I put those as like my biggest influences, like film wise. Besides like getting into like individual directors and shit. But
Yeah, so basically, I've been filling out my college application, and you probably know how the artistic influences and artistic statements and stuff. Basically, I had to put like three movies that inspired me, and I was like really trying to think. I came with like Karate Kid, like the one with Jaden Smith. I'm trying to think of the other one. Um, I know I said something about like Black Panther as well, just because like the culture, like how they added the culture in the movie and still kept like the Marvel theme. I'm trying to remember what that other one was, but yeah, that's the only reason. That's like the influence of this question because I was wondering is this almost the same thing that you put down when it comes to like your application and stuff?
I think on my applications I put Goodfellas. I also put Boys in the Hood. Uh,
That's a good one.
that's like one of my biggest influences too. I also before going to USC, I was in a summer film program
Hmm.
at SC, and I DM'd John Singleton, and he read it, and he never answered, but he died like the year later, and I was like,
Wow.
he knew I existed in some aspect, you know?
Yeah, at least just read the message. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys also don't know Elon, you're in your senior year, right?
Yeah.
Elon is in his senior year at USC Film School or USC School of Cinematic Arts. That would
Yes.
be the best way to put it. How is that experience? And it's been 4 years. You've gone through almost the entire thing. What is that experience?
It's been amazing. I mean, like every single year, I've seen like a tremendous amount of growth in my knowledge as like a filmmaker. Freshman year, I came in thinking like that I knew a lot, only to realize that like I was like barely scratching the barrel. Yeah, only to realize that I didn't really know anything. So the freshman year, they really like just kind of set the stage for us. Gave us like these building blocks. I'm in screenwriting specifically, so it's like we have to bust out so many pages. I've written like 3 features at USC and like a couple pilots and everything. So just like the workload has been tremendous, but it's been amazing, man. I've learned so much and like I'm so grateful for everything I learned. The classes and the teachers are awesome. Even though there's like a lot of stuff is like subjective and like some of the teachers can be like less understanding because they don't see stuff from like your same artistic standpoint. As a whole, it's been like amazing. It's been
And
crazy.
you can agree that you can't teach creativity. You can only kind of nurture creativity,
Exactly. And
and that's probably why some of the teachers don't understand you.
I really think that it's like, look, you don't need like film school, but it certainly does help giving you all the tools necessary, like classical tools to become like the best director or like anything in filmmaking that you want to be. I mean, like there's so much that I learned that I would have probably learned doing other shit, but like they really just gave you like a great foundation. So I think, yeah, it's necessary
Yeah.
to get that foundation.
Yeah, and did they have you guys start off did you pick screenwriting your freshman year, or did they cover everything and then you kind of went
And
into one zone?
in the application, it's like so USC, I think in SCA I think there's either like 4 or 5 divisions. There's screenwriting, production, animation, uh, CAMS, which is cinema and media studies, and I think there might be one more. Um, but yeah, you pick it like when you're sending in your applications, and depending on which one you're picking, your application changes based off like what you're sending to them. So I had to send them like scripts and stuff. Other kids had to send like videos for production majors and so on.
Yeah, that's fire. I'm doing that right now. I'm doing like the directing thing, and they just kind of asked for portfolio, like normal stuff that colleges would ask for, trying to look at like your work and stuff. But yeah, I was just trying to get a feel because you're in a totally different. You're in like the hot spot for film, bro, and it's like crazy. How is that like connection to LA for you when it comes to film?
Um, it's definitely super convenient to be in LA when you're studying film and like at like a great film school. So it's been awesome. I mean, like obviously for the past like almost 2 years, been like entrenched in like music video scene,
Hmm.
but also there's been like so many opportunities to like help on other sets, um, a bunch of different stuff. Like what's it called? 2 years ago we got really tight with the people at the Warner Prop House, so they were like letting us rent props from there,
Mm.
like little convenient stuff like the Warner fucking Prop House. Like that was so sick. Um, no, it's definitely the best place to be. And they also, I see like on the way out, they have like a whole exit program um, for the film school where they basically help you get like a job or like be situated when you're out.
Yeah, that's fire. What's been your favorite video to shoot so far?
Favorite video to shoot or favorite video that's like come out or like what do you like
I say I don't want to say shoot. I'll say favorite video that you've like worked on, like any production credits that you have.
um one of my favorites is Blood on the Leaves, which comes out this week,
Mm.
which I'm finally very excited for that to come out. We put a lot of time and effort into that one. um I would say the Young Band's Cash on Me Blow Her Back Out was some of the most fun I've
Yeah, it
had.
looked really fun.
It was also the first time I had to control like a big set because I mean there was like 30 people in one of the rooms, so it's like getting everyone to like pay attention was just like a big learning block.
Right.
Um, that was a big one. Fuck. Also, I mean, like, gotta give it to Sandlot and comedy to be the first ones to like really help put us on. Those were amazing experiences. Shout out Autumn and Kobe. Yeah.
Sandlot was like the first. I didn't even know that it was you at first. Like I just saw the Kobe video, and I was like, yeah, this concept's like really fire. And then as I like begin to get more into the scene, I was like, oh shoot, like I just noticed the name. I was like, Bia. Why does that sound so familiar? And then like that's when I like saw it, and I was like, oh, that's fire. And then I saw all the rest of the stuff, and you've got a great foundation laid down when it comes to no soap.
Thank you.
It's inspiring to a lot of people. Just want to let you know that too.
I really appreciate that. That means a lot.
But yeah, so my favorite video to work on was the Red Veil Wait video, just
I love
because
that
it
so
was my
much.
first time working on Black Magic 6K. It was like great, and then we had this huge like 20 millimeter cinema lens. So like yeah, it was just crazy. Like I want to do more shoots like that, and that's why like I've been cutting off the shoots that I did because that one is just like the quality of that one is just like here, and then when it gets back to my camera, it's like here because like it's
But
like 4K.
you can always figure. Fuck the 4K 6K. We use the 6K. For the majority of the time, and I also have a DP that I work with sometimes that has like uh, a red. It's either helium or Komodo, but it shoots in like 8K, and then sometimes like I used to get caught up in like oh 8K 8K.
Hmm.
You know what? It's as long as what you're putting in front of the camera is all that matters, and that's what's really going to resonate with the people.
Really,
Obviously,
for real.
quality helps and everything, but like
Yeah, 100%. One thing that I want to point out is that I've seen you start to use like these really you. I know you've seen it too. These like crazy VFX editors and stuff, and it's been like an editing community. And shout out Space Hearts, those are my boys. I've
yeah.
seen you use them on the Only Beano video. How is it working with like VFX people? That's almost like the CGI to the music video scene now.
Exactly. So um, to like backtrack also to like when we first started our videos, bro, we were so focused on cinematography and composition that we didn't even have VFX in like the first like 2 or 3 videos. The Sandlot, the only VFX is the ball flying in at the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, but so like working with those guys has been absolutely amazing. Like fully bonsai green, like all those guys are just like one, the nicest kids ever that like work their asses off. And two, they're just so like the biggest thing that I think for like young like filmmakers, editors, whatever, is like the ability to take notes because it's not like an offensive thing. It's just literally just like collaborating creatively to like help make the best product. And they're so open to notes and like the changes to make like the best possible product. So it's like it's really awesome working with those guys. And Night Hive too. It's always so kind and everything.
Yeah. So when you work with those VFX artists, are there specific like effects that you want, or do you kind of just let them create something and then you give feedback and then you guys kind of go back and forth on like what to do?
It's a little bit of both. One, I have some like specific things that I kind of have in my mind prior.
Hmm.
And two, I also know that these guys are all legends and they have such amazing creativity to them that like I let them do their thing to an extent and also implement some of the things that I had in mind prior. Um, and I always like we like to prefer to like be on like the less OD side of like VFX. So
Yeah.
it's like always that is like also expressed to make sure that it's like tasteful and minimal over like OD.
Yeah. So you obviously can see that. I've noticed when I did the little cash cow write up, you're more like focused on the composition and the cinematography, like how the shot looks like during production rather than in post production. And that's one thing that I've noticed in your style. Is that true? Did I like cover that right?
That's exactly right. Because I mean, like ultimately, we want to go into film, so it's like we'd rather take our time to put forth like the best cinematography possible and tell the story visually without, and then like the VFX as a complement to it.
Right, right. Um, what is like the funniest thing that's ever happened to you on like a shoot or on set?
During the band shoot, normally I always wear my Tims on every single set, but that one was like the one where like I don't know, I was like tweaking that morning trying to finalize getting all the last minute shit together, and I wore like basic Nike running shoes.
Mm.
And when we were on set, one of my boys started like making fun of me for like the shoes that I was wearing. I was like, damn. So I walked over to Bands and I was like, Bands, can you sign these shoes right now? And so now there's like a big young band signature on the side. So I turned like these like basic Nike running shoes into like kind of hard.
Well, that's fire, and I want to get into the Tims. What's what is the meaning behind these Tims? Like, why do you wear them so much?
One from New York originally.
Yeah,
Never
100%.
two, they're just like the most like practical shoe. They're so tactile. You can go in every terrain with them. Like, yes, they're gonna beat up your feet a little bit, but you'll be tougher by the end of the day with it. I don't know. It's just like a kind of like go through any situation shoe. So it's like it's my go-to.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. So now I've switched to the Birkenstocks. I actually got mine on right now.
Yes,
What are
sir.
your thoughts? They're really dirty right now, but what are your thoughts on the Birkenstocks?
I
Are
fuck
they a
with.
W?
They are a W. Shout out Cole Bennett. Also,
Fact.
uh,
Shout out Cole Bennett. Is there a collab? I
there's
can't remember. They
dude.
need one.
Definitely, he's definitely on it. It's
Cole, if you're watching this, please, just you see us right here. We like the Birkenstocks. Like, just send us two. That's it.
yeah, one to Tyler, one to me.
That's
Cool.
what I'm saying. Just send it to us, bro. But yeah, bro, I appreciate you for coming on. 100% all love, bro. This was the first director to director episode. Obviously, Elan B is a goat. If you want to name some of your credits and stuff that, or your videos that you worked on, 100% go off.
I mean, Wake Up, Cash, Dami, and Kobe. Blow Her Back Out, Young Bands and Cash Dami. Josiah featuring Travis Barker. Sandlot comedy. We have Blood on the Leaves coming out this week. Still the same coming out later this month for autumn. But yeah,
Oh shoot! I just realized that. Yo, that's crazy.
if you guys haven't seen No Soap, check it out. We try to just have fun and make some cool stuff.
That's fire. All right, guys, about to pack it up right here. Y'all stay safe. We're here with Elan. We living life.
Tyler, man.
Accomplish your dreams, bro. And that's it.